Rise and shine, superstar. It's your favorite light coach, MB, in the building. And today is a great day to be alive. So we're talking about commitment to change and why we can't stay committed. Like, we want the thing, we want to change, but we just can't commit to it. And I got 5 principles for you that if you apply all 5 principles consistently, then you can stay committed to change. You can be one of the people that you sit back and admire from far. And you like, man, how do they do that? I wish I had that. I wish I could do that. You can be that person. You just got to follow the principles, do them consistently, and boom, bing, bang, bam, it's you. But before the 5 principles, there's a foundation of honesty. You got to be honest with yourself, who you are, why you are where you are. How did you get there? What is it that you did that got you there? Why are you still there? What is it that you're doing or not doing that's keeping you there? And where do you want to go? Like, you got to ask yourselves these questions. And then as you ask those questions, you have to ask yourself, is this really what I want? Is this really what I did? Or is this what someone else says I should want or says I did? Like, you got to really dig it deep. You got to dig deep. Set that foundation of honesty, and then you can knock out these 5 principles. So the 5 principles. A, accountability. You got to hold yourself accountable. Stop putting it off on other people. Take back responsibility. Take back your power. Take back your control. Accountability. B, belief. You got to believe that you can change. You got to believe that change for you is possible. Like, you believe it's possible for other people, but you got to believe it's possible for you. And you got to know one thing. You're perfect for the job. That's the secret. In case you didn't know, you're perfect for the job. You're perfect to be the person to help you change, because you can change. See, you have to have courageous. Whatever it is that you have to do, you got to do it, and you got to do it scared. Yeah, you might be afraid to succeed. You're afraid of the responsibility of succeeding, and you might be afraid to fail. But whatever it is you're afraid of, you got to do the thing anyways and do it scared. That's courage. D, you got to be disciplined. And discipline is doing the things that you have to do consistently, day in, day out, minute after minute, hour after hour, week after week, month after month, in the dark. Like, we want validation from other people so bad, and we want people to say, oh yeah, girl, you doing that. Oh yeah, that's my boy right there. I see you. I see you. No, you got to be disciplined to do it when no one else can see you doing it. Then you pop up once you change and be like, hey, I'm back. Better than ever. And E, what we going to talk about today, not me, E, because your girl, no, just kidding. E is enthusiasm. Like, you have to be committed to doing things enthusiastically until you change. Now, let me just, for the people who think that enthusiasm is like high energy and excitement and so happy and thrilled to be there. No, it's not a theme park. Enthusiasm is having high energy and being excited sometimes. But it's even having, let me put it to you this way, that same energy that you have when it's Friday and it's time for you to clock out because you're about to be off the whole next week because you're going on vacation. You already got your suitcase packed. You already know what restaurants you're going to. You already know how long you're going to be at the beach and what spots you're going to hit up. Keep that same energy and redirect it to committing to change. Because that thing that you're wanting to change for, whether it be the promotion, losing weight, getting off medication, writing a book, starting a business, overcoming grief, beating cancer, whatever it is that you want to change for, is it worth the enthusiasm? Is it worth getting excited to do the work so that you can get over there? Because you were excited when you were packing that luggage. You were like, ooh, I'm talking about, I can only speak for me. When I'm getting ready to go on a trip, your girl has a whole runway show. I pull the full length mirror out. I go try on something. Now I come out, walk, turn around like, okay, we're going to put that in the maybe pile. Like, I go through wardrobes to decide what I'm going to pack. And then I pack extra just to have options. But that same energy has to be kept when we got to do the things that we don't want to do to see the change that we want to see. You got to be enthusiastic about it. Winston Churchill said in regards to failures and successes, which I don't believe there's anything as such thing as failure unless you just stop. The only way you can fail is when you stop. But people are always talking about fail your way to success, fail your way forward. And I get it. Whatever works for you, works for you. He says that failure, in order to be successful, you have to go from failure to failure with the same enthusiasm. So like if you're a door-to-door salesman and you knock on the door and somebody opens the door and they slam it in your face before you even get it, all right, cool. You go to the next door with the same enthusiasm like you didn't just get the door slammed in your face the last 5 times. You got to change your mindset. You're like, hey, I got something you need. You don't know you want it. You don't know you need it, but let me holler at you. You have to keep that same energy because you see that thing that you want and you believe that you're worth it. You believe that you deserve it. So even when you don't feel like getting up, even when you don't feel like staying up, even when you don't feel like doing whatever it is you got to do to get there, you got to be like, you know what? It's not about me. It's about my who's. Who am I doing it for? And why am I doing this? How is me making this change going to make the world a better place? How is me making this change going to make my environment better? How is it going to impact my family? How's it going to impact my circle, my community? That's what you look at. You don't look at the thing that you don't want to do. Like if you studying to get your master's degree and you got this thesis that you got to stay up, write and all this stuff. Don't look at that. What is the master degree going to do for you? What is it going to do for your family? What is it going to do for your ancestors who paved the way for you to get here and nobody in your family has ever graduated high school, but here you are about to get this master's degree? What is it going to do? How is it going to change your family history? You got to be enthusiastic. You got to get that energy going and do it anyways, even when you don't want to. And if you can do this, if you can stay accountable, be responsible, take responsibility for your own actions, your own thoughts, your own words, your own reactions and responses. If you can believe in yourself, if you can believe that it's possible and you're perfect for the job, if you can be courageous, you might be afraid to fail. You might be afraid of the responsibility that comes with success. You might be afraid to do something because you might do it wrong. But if you can be courageous and do it in the face of fear anyways, if you can be disciplined to do these things consistently over the next couple of weeks, months, years, however long it's going to take for you to really make that change, and do it in the dark. And if you can be enthusiastic throughout this whole process, when you're tired, when you don't feel like doing it, when someone dies, when someone gets sick, when you lose your job, when you lose a family member, when you're happy, when you're ready to go, anything, it doesn't matter what's happening in the world. If you can stay enthusiastic about being able to change, you're going to stay committed to change. Lay all those principles out on your foundation of honesty, and guess what? My man Sam Cooke said it best. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is going to come.